pero se va sumando Protoje a la entrevista. Lo tenemos ahí. How are you? How are you, Protoje?
Great, doing fantastic.
Thank you for giving us this interview from Jamaica to Argentina. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, man, I mean.
Where are you now? Are you in your home? Are you in Kingston?
Yeah, but then I'm house at, studio at Irish Town, and yeah, getting ready for dropping the album on Friday. Well, tomorrow night, so.
Bien. Está en Kingston, Jamaica, se está preparando para lanzar su nuevo álbum que se titula In Search of Lost Time. And you are launching it tomorrow night. Thursday night.
Yeah.
El jueves
midnight.
Yeah. In Search of Lost Time. Can you tell me more about this name of this new album? Why this name for the album?
Just because you're busy doing what you're doing, you lose time in other things. So like you realize that you're missing out on certain parts of life. So you're trying to search back for that and try to spend time doing things that you think really matter to you. And you're always searching for a little more time.
Okay,
you can't get it back.
Bueno, nos cuenta que el disco se llama In Search of Lost Time, o sea, en busca del tiempo perdido, por ese tiempo que perdemos haciendo cosas que no son tan importantes. Y va por ahí, que se lanza el jueves a las 00 horas de Jamaica, así que ya va a estar listo para nosotros. This is your 5th studio album. What difference does this album have with the rest?
All of them are different in its own way, and this one now is the first one I'm doing with different producers, and I executive produce it myself. So it's the first chance to get to do a lot of different type of sounds on one project.
Ok, bueno, dice que todos son diferentes, pero que este particularmente es diferente porque él hizo la producción general y trabaja con distintos productores. You work with Stephen the Genius McGregor and Super Dubs for this new album.
They did one song, the one with Wiz Khalifa, okay. Super Dubs did 3, Winter James, Zaya, Ayatosh, Natural High. I co-produced some myself, so lots of different people.
Bueno, dice que trabajó con un montón, además de Stephen Genius McGregor y Super Dubs, que ellos produjeron algunos de los temas. And you also you work with Beat Smith's Winter James, that is a resident in your band.
Is what?
Is the resident beat maker of your band?
My last two albums, okay. He did all of them, but on this one he did 2 songs on it, and yeah.
And how is working with a lot of producers? It's easier, it's tougher.
It's easier for sure, by far.
And why? Why is
easier for sure? Different options, a lot of different options. If 7 people are sending you music or working, you have 7 different minds, different ideas, different sounds. It's just more active, and I make music like all the time, so I need like probably a couple producers so I can be inspired.
Ok, bueno, dice que trabajar con muchos productores está buenísimo. Tiene 7 para este disco y que le llega música y que él tiene mucha música para dar y que lo va aprovechando. Is this your most expansive genre bending album today?
If what?
If your this album is the most expansive genre bending, like you mix a lot of genres. Sorry for my English. Sorry for my English.
No. Your English is very good. It's very experimental. Lots of different genres, but at the same, it's still at the root of it is Jamaican music. But I just put a lot of dressings and vibe on it. But at the root of it is Jamaican music. I just updated it.
Okay, dice que mezcla un montón de de distintos estilos, pero que tiene la base roots de Jamaica, que es la que le gusta a él. You already present collaboration with Khalifa and Popcan. Who else collaborates with you in this new album?
Coffee is on the project as well. Obviously, people wanting to see that from start, so that's track 1. And Lila Ike, track 7 in Bloom as well. Yeah, so those 2, and then Popcorn and Wiz. So the collabs are really good. I think everybody fits in perfectly, and it's just a crazy vibe to make good music with so many dope artists.
Ok, bueno, dice que además de Wiz Khalifa y de Popcan, está Coffee, está Lila Ike, así que espera un disco espectacular. Are you nervous? ¿Está nervioso? Are you nervous for the launching of this album?
No, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm just want people to hear it, want people to share it with people, post it on your Instagram, whatever it is, just share it.
Ok. Bueno, está motivado, está excitado con el lanzamiento del nuevo álbum para compartirlo con todo el mundo. Why you create the Indignation Collective, your own label?
Just wanting to control my music, wanting to be able to decide the type of music I put out. Just want to be able to have control from the start to the finish of it. Okay. And expand, you know.
Bueno, recibimos a Mighty. We are receiving a Mighty. He's one of my coworkers. Protoje, okay, Mighty.
Hi, Proto.
Respect.
Bueno,
I was in your show in Buenos Aires when you came. I think it was 2014.
Se te escucha para Mighty.
Yeah, it's very hot inside the venue, very packed. I remember that place.
Yes.
It was rocking.
This situation of COVID, how do you, the problems you have to cancel a lot of shows. How was your year, your 2020 year, and what this happened with the COVID?
I spent most of 2020 at home making music, doing my album, Lila's project, Savannah's project. So it wasn't bad in terms of staying home to get a lot of work done, but obviously no, traveling is a big issue for every artist that wants to play music.
Claro, bueno, nos cuenta que se quedó en su casa trabajando, produciendo distintas bandas, pero que igual es un problema para él no poder viajar, ¿no? Para tocar. And the situation in Jamaica, how is now?
It's not too great right now. It's kind of like this week has been the worst week, so like we're waiting to see what happens. So
be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
Bueno, nos dice que es la peor semana en Jamaica con respecto al COVID. You are at the forefront of the Reggae Revival movement. Can you explain us the foundation of this huge movement?
Just coming out 2012, wanting to get out there to everybody, kind of the name kind of pulled the whole movement together. Protoje, Chronics, Kabaka, John 9, Raging Fire, Nomads, a bunch of artists that were coming out doing, you know, music that people connect to as reggae music. And I think since then it's just been, you know, the movement has kind of gone in different places and like expanded into different sounds as well. So not just traditional sounds, but also new and improved and you know, experimental sounds that purists may say it's not reggae, but I think the artists get to decide what the music sounds like.
Okay, Mighty.
I want to know, Proto, from the times in Jamaica and with Janine, was from lyrical overdose, when you get to start reading about African culture with iNation, is that when you clicked and you knew what you wanted to say through your music?
I think, I mean, at that time, I wanted to say through my music at that time as well. I think as time evolves, like, there are different things I want to speak about, but that time in Jamnesia with Janine and all of that era really influenced me overall, like underlining like the things I, think about, but as again, it's always evolving. So 2020 me is much different from 2015 or such.
Exactly, it's an evolution. Le estaba preguntando cómo fue ese comienzo desde su época en Jamaica, que fue un lugar en Jamaica donde él se pudo presentar mucho en el principio, y cómo fue las lecturas de la cultura afro que intervinieron e impulsaron sus líricas y su mensaje. Y él me dice que es una evolución constante, a constant evolution in the making.
Nice, nice. You make a lot of collaboration in your career. Chronix, Mortimer, Savannah, Jesse Royal, Kabaka Pyramid, Romain Virgo, Kofi, Wiz Khalifa, Pop, Kankimani, Gentleman, Janine, and more. Do you have one artist you dream of making a collaboration and you didn't make it yet? It's a difficult one.
I think growing up, I always wanted to do, when I just started out, I always wanted to do a song with Damien. And I think that was something that I wanted when I just started out too. No, I don't know. I just whatever happens. I don't stress it like, oh, I need to do something with this person, but I just kind of wait and see what happens.
Okay, and you are talking with Damien or something like that, or you are waiting?
No. I didn't. I said when I just started out, okay. When I was growing up, before I started to do music, I was like, yo, when I do music, I like to have a song with him, but we've not spoken about doing a song, no.
Okay. Bueno, le preguntábamos de las colaboraciones y si quería o soñaba hacer una colaboración con alguien. Nos dijo con Demian cuando empezaba, Demian Marley, pero todavía no se dio. Así que, well, we are waiting for it. I love the combination you make here in Argentina. We love combinations, and your voice is like unique for combination with Chronix. It's like you make a dancing melodies incredible when you combine.
Nice, respect.
Bueno, le chupaba un poco las medias y le decía que me gustaba cómo combinaba su voz con otros artistas. Mighty?
I wanted to know about Blood Money. Blood Money was a big thing because instead of using too much metaphor directly, you hit the people with a message that society doesn't want to look. Like politicians are dirty, right? And they're using the poor people to make money. And they always say the poor people is the problem. Did you have any negative response from any political party at all? Le pregunto acerca de su canción Blood Money, Dinero Sangre, si tuvo alguna repercusión negativa de algún partido político o alguna fuerza política en Jamaica.
They actually use it against each other.
Me dice que los políticos usan la canción para tirarse en contra. So, okay. The video is really creepy, showing how they play with the people and they play with death in a way that is really sad. And that is something that's going on not only in Jamaica, it's a worldwide thing. The dirty money.
Yeah, it's life. In everything there's good and bad, In everything there's good and bad. Even in politics there's good and bad. So it's just balance, you know.
Okay.
Negro, yo llegué tarde. ¿Vos le preguntaste sobre su colaboración con David Rodigan?
No, dispare.
Bueno, recién decía que es algo que es un balance, ¿no? It's a balance between spiritual, social message. I wanted to know about your featuring with David Rodigan. How did this happen in David Rodigan's orchestra show? How was it? Did he call you up? You were in London. This is such a big show and moment in your life, I imagine.
I was in Costa Rica, and I was somewhere down in, like, I think I was in Costa Rica, and I just come from Trinidad, and I was in Costa Rica, and he called me, and he was like, yo, I'm having this thing in London. I'd love you to be a part of it. And I flew in from Costa Rica. I flew in from Costa Rica Thursday night, and I did that show Friday night, and it was good. It was awesome. I was happy to be a part of it, and he's been a mentor and a friend to me, and it was good to be there to celebrate him.
Bueno.
Le estaba preguntando su colaboración con David Rodigan. David Rodigan es uno de los impulsores de la cultura jamaiquina y del reggae en Inglaterra. Es como si pudiéramos decirlo de alguna manera, sin entrar en comparaciones, como un Santi Palazzo, digamos, en Inglaterra. Y le preguntaba cómo había sido eso, y me contó que él estaba en Costa Rica, que David Rodigan lo llamó y le dijo, quiero que participes, y bueno, después vamos a estar pasando ese video para que lo vean, que es emocionante.
Ya lo pasamos, sí.
¿Ya lo pasaste?
Sí, para abrir. What is working with your mother, singer Lorna Benett? We make...
Come again, please.
How is working with your mother, Lorna Benett, the singer Lorna Benett? Because for this interview, I look out in your webpage and I write to a number and it was Lorna Benett and I'm talking to Lorna Benett and it's your mother. How is working with her?
It's fun. She's intense and she's very funny. She gives a lot of jokes, and it's fun because even when things don't work out, we always laugh at it together and be like, well, it's not the end of the world. So it's very fun. She goes as I goes. Like if I'm in a good upful mood, then she'll be in a good upful mood. So it's fun. It's been really fun. Like at this point now, especially, it's just more jokes and and fun, yeah.
Bueno, no, le pregunté por cómo trabaja con su mamá, que es la representante, la cantante Lorna Benett, y nos dijo que es divertido, que si él está mal, ella está bien, que hace muchos chistes. Se ve que es una señora muy divertida.
And she's a master negotiator.
Yes. She's a good negotiator.
Very good. Magnifique. Very good.
Bueno, dice que es una gran negociadora.
You've achieved what you wanted in this decade as a performer and having a name in the music industry, not only reggae. What is the next level? You want to dedicate yourself to keep on promoting new artists on your Indignation label? You want to be more a producer? You want to balance both things? What's going to come in the next level?
Right now, I mean, 2020 is off to a good start. I've executive produced 3 projects in 4 months.
Wow.
Signed a label deal with RCA, and about to drop my 5th album. So I'm just grateful, and with having the label now, I'm able to go into that second phase, which is to push new music, give platforms to people, and also make use of these platforms that I didn't have as an artist before. So now I get a chance to put music with this platform, so it's exciting times.
Bueno, le preguntaba cómo que él ha logrado en estos primeros 10 años de carrera establecerse como un artista, no solamente en el reggae, sino en la industria de la música, y que también ha ayudado a hacer una plataforma para nuevos artistas como Sai, y que su sello Indignation ha firmado con RCA unos contratos para varias producciones más, que ha hecho 2 producciones
en 4 meses
distintas como productor en 4 meses, más su 5º álbum que está haciendo, así que la verdad que está muy satisfecho en este tiempo presente. fifth album. I mean, it's a long, in 10 years, 5 albums, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I know I'm upset because I know, like, I felt that it could have been 6 for sure, but
so plus 2, because
yeah, it could have been 6 or 7, believe me, but I'm pleased.
Está triste porque podrían haber sido 6 o 7 discos en vez de 5 discos en 10 años. Here we have a lot of regards from all Latin America asking when you are going to go to Argentina, to Peru, to Chile, Uruguay. A lot.
When? I don't know. They're not letting anybody travel. Like, I love South America. I love touring. I just love being there. I miss Argentina. I had a awesome show there. The energy in South America is very high. People are very, very intense. So I miss touring there, but I don't know. Whenever we can, we will.
Bueno, dice que
what would you say? Sí.
Cuando pueda va a venir, que no sabe por todo este problema, pero que extraña Latinoamérica porque su público es intenso, es candente y extraña eso.
At the end of the day, Proto, what would you say, what's the most satisfying thing? What is your reward? You feel, because you work so hard, being with the family, maybe that's the idea of this new album, no? Lost Time. But what is the biggest reward an artist like yourself feels?
Right now is to see the artists that I've signed doing absolutely well and seeing their success. That's the most happiness I'm getting now, because to see people work hard and believe in me and trust me, and then for them to see it happening for them, that's very, very fulfilling now.
Le preguntaba cuál era una recompensa para un artista que trabaja tan duro, si era estar con la familia, y él me dice que la mayor recompensa o satisfacción que él tiene es ver a los artistas que él está ayudando a evolucionar, lograr y tener éxito.
Sí. You always want to be an artist. When did you realize you have achieved it? You were making it, like you were accomplishing the mission of being an artist. Do you remember a show, an album, a situation in particular?
I think when Arguments, my first song, started to do very well, I was like, wow, this is happening. And then when Rasta Love came about and everywhere I go, people would know me, I was like, wow, I'm really out there now. Everywhere I sang it, people would sing along. I knew that I was becoming, like, reaching somewhere. But I never felt comfortable until after Ancient Future. That's when I was like, all right, yeah, I feel established now, and now I can really start to experiment and like be confident in my ability.
Okay. Bueno, le preguntaba cuándo se sintió que había realizado su objetivo de ser artista, de vivir de la música. Nos dijo que empezó a verlo con su primera canción y después con Rasta Love, The Song with Kimani.
Y Ancient Future, el tercer disco.
Claro, pero que realmente se sintió cómodo y que vio su sueño realizado con Ancient Future, uno de sus discos. How is the relationship between the Reggae Revival movement and the Elders of Roots movement? Like, I don't know, Congos or anyone?
For me, I don't know, like, I don't like grouping things, because when you group things, you inherit other people's issues. For me, like me, Cedric Maiton joined me on stage at Jazz Fest in Montreal. Nice. Barry Salmon always tells me he's proud of me and doing what I'm doing. Burning Spear sends his love. Bro, I'm not too concerned, because like I show people their respect, and I'm always, listen, we could be doing nothing without those artists from 70s, 80s, 90s, like them when they really set the thing. So it's like Israel Vibration, go on tour with them and just get to watch them on stage. It's just magic. I love the vibes, they love the vibes, so that's how it feels to me.
Ok, bueno, le preguntaba cómo se llevaban estos artistas nuevos del Reggae Revival con los elders, que son los antiguos artistas del Roots, y nos dijo que bárbaro, que hasta estuvo cantando con Cedric Myton hace poco, que Bernie Spears le manda saludos. ¿Qué más nombró Mighty? Que se llevaba bien con todo.
Mira, The Vibration, Winston Rodney de Bernie Spears. Proto, you've been doing a lot of touring the past 5 years. You've been all over the place. Africa, I mean, is the US market, to call it in a way, the only place you're not as big and you're working more your attention? The same thing happened to Bob Marley in the past. What is your vision of the US market? Is reggae not as big?
Well, I mean, Bob Marley, before he died, when he was supposed to go on his big American tour, he got sick and he couldn't play music anymore. I think if he got a chance to tour through America, at that time, reggae music might be different to this day. But I think in America, there are pockets of fans all over, especially on the West Coast. But I think the challenge for us now is to not really break as reggae artists, but more so as artists that are from Jamaica. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like,
yes,
it's genre-less right now. It's like reggae is more a brand than a genre right now. You know, that's how I see it.
Le preguntaba cómo era que lo hemos visto los últimos 5 años girando constantemente y que es una gran estrella en África, en Europa, en Sudamérica, pero que en Estados Unidos no ha sido tan masivo. Le comparaba con Bob Marley, que también tenía ese camino. Me dice que claro, que en el 80, cuando Bob Marley se enfermó, estaba por encarar una gran gira norteamericana y que seguramente hubiera conquistado el mercado. Y que para él no es tanto una cosa de reggae, es una cosa de menos género. Es más una cosa de artista de Jamaica, abrazando muchos géneros, entrando en el mercado, que eso es más lo que él va a posicionar.
Nice work.
Yeah, really good work you're doing in promoting the new generation, because maybe the misconception I see with the whole revival thing that many people say, but reggae never did, why revival? But it's not that you're trying to disrespect reggae or the elders. It's more resurgence, right?
Yeah, man. Revive. Make
new generation.
Exactly. Nothing but respect to everybody that set the path for artists like myself.
Proto, what is your platform, preferred platform for listening music? Where you listen music? You have a vinyl? You use Spotify? What you use a CD?
I can say I don't want one of them to be upset with me, but I have all the I have Spotify, I have Apple Music. I like Spotify the way it makes you make the playlisting. I love how Spotify makes you organize your playlists, you know what I mean? I have iTunes, I have Apple Music. I get all of them so I can see how my music is situated on each one, see how people use each platform so I can know how to tap into each platform. Okay. You have to study.
You analyze all this platform. You see the numbers, you take care of all this.
Yes, I'm very involved.
Nice. Bueno, nos dice que le gustan todas las plataformas, que no se queda con ninguna. Dijo que le gusta.
So let's get the numbers up in Argentina.
Yes, we are working for that.
Yes.
Bueno, dice que levantemos los números en Argentina, pero que le gusta, que analiza mucho estos números y que los tiene muy en cuenta para cómo promocionar su música y la música con los que trabaja. And what network you prefer? Instagram, Twitter? Where you feel like
Instagram is my most that's the one I guess I use the most. Yeah.
Nice. Bueno, dice que es Instagram. And I was seeing your hands and you have some gancha there. like a little where I was mistaken. It was like
a spliff.
No, I think I was. I saw you have. Oh, nice. Did you? You cultivate your marijuana? Oh, very nice. Bueno, disfrutamos de su marijuana. What type of cannabis is?
They named this one after me, but it's really called 24K Goji. But I always get all of it. Every time they make it, I get all of it. So he named it after me. Bueno, I call it 24K.
Tiene ahí un 24K que dice que le pusieron su nombre porque él la compra todo o se lo fuma todo él. When you go touring, here in Argentina it's very common that the fans, when the show, before the show or after the show, give cannabis to the artists, to the reggae artists in particular. This is common in all over the world?
Yes.
Yes.
Sí, claro.
Only with reggae artists or with rock artists also?
I think other artists, but I think if you do reggae music, they just say, hey, he wants to smoke. But the thing is like my throat kind of fussy, so I have to be careful. I can't just smoke anything. It needs to be cured properly. I can't, if it's too fresh, it gives me a cold. And my throat's very sensitive.
Yes, and you work with your voice, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
Bueno, dice que siempre le regalan marihuana por todos lados, pero que no fuma cualquier cosa porque le puede afectar la voz. Mighty, ¿querés ir cerrando con algo?
No, I want to thank you, Proto, for your time. Really humble artist, and tell you that PelaGatos is your home. You can count on us.
And anything you want, here we are. Can I ask you to send regards to PelaGatos? Hi, I'm Protoje. I'm here in PelaGatos.
Yeah. Artista Protoje. Hey, I'm good. I'm Artista Protoje. PelaGatos, what you say? Hey, let them know where we play. Hey, Argentina, go back to J. He's out every time.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Protoje. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, man, let's step on yourself. Play the album back to back to back. Play it, just make people hear it, encourage them to play it, stream it, share it. Let's get it going. Big up to Lila Ike, Experience EP out, Savannah Be Somebody EP out. Go stream them music. That's two brilliant artists. Maybe we can do an interview.
Yes,
maybe
please.
you can interview them as well. We set it up. So thank you so much for the support. I think somebody reached out to me on Instagram to set this up.
Yes, me here. Hello.
Bless up. So bless up yourself again, and I'm glad we got to get this done.
Thank you very much, and have a good time, and the most luck with your new album.
Thank you so much, man.
Bueno, hablábamos con Protoje. Regards, Proto. Y seguimos con más. Somos PelaGatos. Bueno, Mighty acá nos dejó solo, ahora lo podemos criticar.
Sí, si querés para cerrar este concepto, ¿me das un segundito, negro?
Sí, por favor.
El tema que, digamos, la controversia que se generó un poco con el tema del revival. ¿Por qué? Porque alguna gente se sintió ofendida o tocada porque dijo, no se murió. Es verdad, en concepto es correcto eso. Ahora, es más que nada un gancho estratégico de marketing para una nueva generación. Lo que él dice es, no quiso respetar a nadie. Es un tema, como te digo, de marketing, y además, con todo el respeto, para reconocer a todos los entes que sin ellos no hubiera tal cosa.
Sí, te escucho.
A finales de los 60, 70, digamos, de la era dorada de la música. Claro, y aparte hay que entender que para el jamaiquino, que es su folclore, digamos, para ellos no es el reggae, es su música, claro, su cultura, es como es su vehículo más para decir las cosas.
Es mucho
y
más.
Todo lo que se... Claro, es una cosa muy... Claro, está en todo. Vos fijate, cualquier periódico en internet, cualquier prensa importante, de cualquier bando político, la primera noticia, la más importante, tiene que ver con la música. no con el fútbol, no, es la música.
Sí, sí.
Entonces, eso es lo que por ahí no se termina, claro.
Como acá solo hablamos de Messi, ahí solo se habla de música. Que es
tal cual.
Mirá todas las preguntas que tenía. Impresionante, igual muy buena onda la de Protoje. Se copó con todas las preguntas y muy simpático. Bueno, Cedela la semana pasada también estuvo muy bien.
Y buenísimo resaltar eso de que él, además de estar sacando adelante su proyecto como artista, está impulsando la carrera de muchas otras artistas y sobre todo mujeres, ¿no? Que en Jamaica y en el reggae sabemos que no han tenido el lugar. Bueno, nunca estuvieron en el primer lugar.
Haciendo mi investigación sobre Protoje, hoy encontré que había sacado un disco, un EP de 4 rhythms, o sea, del mismo rhythm, one rhythm, con 4 cantantes femeninas diferentes. Que hay que
claro,
y tenerlo muy
en cuenta. El rock and rhythm.
Claro, porque es un artista que entiende el negocio. Primero hace algo que está buenísimo, ¿no?
Está buenísimo.
Creo que hace algo original y particular con respecto a todos los otros artistas jamaiquinos. Se desprende con su mixtura de estilos y demás. Bueno, grabó con Wiz Khalifa, que es un número 1 mundial, y además entiende el negocio como pocos, me parece, ¿no? Porque por lo que averiguamos, lo estuvimos charlando con Mighty antes del programa, y también por esa mirada picaresca de Protoje cuando charlábamos, ¿no? Cuando analizaba los números. Me lo imagino sentado en un Excel cargando los números, ¿viste? Diciendo, bueno, vamos por acá, hay que levantar los números en Argentina.
Y fíjate esta canción, este nuevo sencillo que se llama Like Royalty, también es como un homenaje a toda esa gente que lo apoyó en el principio, su mamá, sus amigos. No sé si ya lo pasaste el video, pero sería un buen cierre.
Es lo que voy a pasar ahora, en Rock al Plast. Esto es Protoje en vivo, haciendo en el año 2019 en Rock Palast. ¿Esto dónde es, Mighty? ¿Tenés idea?
Alemania, un gran festival de reggae en Alemania.
Qué bomba en Alemania. Bueno, a ver, charlando hoy también con Mighty, es donde más guita mueve el reggae,
Sí, es algo que nos venimos dando cuenta, que todos los artistas, por lo menos de Jamaica, sobre todo, aman ir a Alemania porque en Alemania pagan bien y en adelantado.
Claro, Germany, Guten Tag. Vamos a ver a Mighty, te despido, y vamos a ver a Protoje. Entonces en Alemania tocando en vivo, si se fijan, está su esposa, su madre Lorna Benett, que es una reconocida cantante.
Eso es lo otro, que por ahí la gente no sabía. Lorna Benett en el año 72 tuvo un hit con una canción que los mandamos a buscar que se llama Breakfast in Bed, que es un hit de la cama que tienen que escuchar. Hay una versión con y también muy buena. Y su mamá, que fue artista, que conoce la industria, es su manager y la primer inversora en el proyecto de Protoje, que está a su lado constantemente.
Muy bien, muy bien. Y que encima es muy graciosa y hace muchos chistes, nos dijo Protoje. Así que vamos a verlo en vivo entonces en Alemania. Y seguimos con más Somos Pelagatos. Se viene César Yamanes, se viene Nermi del Jardín del Unicornio para hablar de cannabis en minutitos nomás. También tenemos Surco Pando, bueno, y hay mucho reggae music. Nos vemos después, Mighty. Bueno, ahí se quedó Duranga.